What's going on, guys? It's Luke Stoneman, aspiring property investor and co-host of the Lifecast, and today I'm just bringing you a quick little video. I'm sitting in the garden right now, but the past few days I've just not been feeling like that productive, and I've been going through something what people would class or call the yo-yo effect or the yo-yo phase, which is effectively it's just you're coming off a period of really high productivity and good days, and you're making like the most out of your days, and you're creating content. And like for me, a good day would be creating content or making a video or just you know sending out DMs to people on like Instagram and just trying to network. But the past few days I've just kind of been slacking, and for me it's kind of just I've been using it as like a mental reset. And a lot of people, when they talk about the yo-yo effect, they're relating what they do during this time to like playing games or just going back into old habits. And I felt that personally because I myself, I was just playing games again. I was playing a bit of the PS4 with like some of my old school friends, and doing that I just had like such a big escapism, because when I'm playing games I have nothing really to worry about. It's just me and my friends, and we're playing and we're enjoying that time. We're just reliving old memories. And obviously with lockdown, and I feel like maybe that is what's actually attributing to how I feel. But lockdown has definitely kind of affected me, like mental health wise. Not any like severe problems, but it's just a thing where you're doing the same thing every single day, and it's just like it would be nice to go out and not just socialize, but it's more for just getting out of the house and actually being able to do something without the feeling that someone's watching you, rather than just it feels like if I go out and then go for a drive, the police are there, or just like someone's gonna pull you over, and you have to have a reason why. For me, I live on spontaneous trips out to the shops and things like that, and I just want to, you know, kind of like go back into the old way of life or normal way of life. But with coronavirus, I don't think there's ever gonna be a normal. We're gonna be living like a new way of life, and you know, not just like social things but economic. And I feel like we are going to go through an economic change, and just we're going to be going into like a different society. And just it's just crazy. The times we're living through is unprecedented, and for once I feel like maybe I'm just going through like a breakthrough period where when life gets hard, it's testing you. And the thing is, when things get hard, people tend to quit, but that means you get stuck in that hard place. And that's, I think, we're the saying, between a rock and a hard place. Like you're just in the middle, and you need to push through and get to that stage of actually being where you want to be. So for me, my goals have always been about property and getting involved in that industry and investing, and being able to be a project manager as well, and basically manage my own business and be on the sites and be on the projects day to day and be active. And that's one thing that I'm always working towards, both mentally and physically, whether that's me taking courses or reading or watching videos or just actually doing my own work. It all attributes to my end goal. But sometimes it's hard. People on a day-to-day basis, you will never really realize what you're doing because it's just day-to-day work. But you need to have those goals in sight. You need to think about where you're going, where you're aiming for, because obviously I know where I want to go, I know where I want to be, but you just end up comparing yourself to other people, and you kind of just struggle to feel some sense of fulfillment on a day-to-day basis, because these things take time. They take months and years, and obviously what I want to do is not going to happen overnight. And obviously you need to keep saving your monthly paychecks, you need to make money elsewhere, you need to invest your money, you need to save your money, you need to pay off monthly things and bills. And it's just life. It's overwhelming. And I recently turned 19 during quarantine as well. Didn't really get to celebrate it with my family or friends the way I wanted to. So that's not to say like that's a negative. I mean, there's always time for celebration, and you got to celebrate the wins in life, and you have to celebrate every single win you get, because it just, what's life about meaning and just celebrating your success and your achievements? Because that's one thing people just tend to not do, is just, oh, you secured a property, but you're not actually going to celebrate your achievement. Like getting a property at my age, at 19, 20, it's unheard of from people that I've talked to. And then arguably you could say, oh, you're not in the right social groups or whatever, but you can't really change your social group and have really strong bonding relationships. Like my friend of almost like 17 years, just because he hasn't bought a house doesn't mean I shouldn't hang around with him anymore. Like that's just disregarding brotherhood, and like that's a completely different talk. People talk about you're the average of 5 people, like the 5 closest people, and I could see I can see where that comes from, but you don't need to live your life by that. You need to live your life by your morals and what you actually stand for. You need to have your own ethics and codes, not just what someone on YouTube says because they think they're right. Like that's just a bit kind of like it's almost like contradicting what they're saying. Like they probably have friends that didn't amount to much in life, but you move on. And like that's one thing I've just been realizing is like I'm trying to find myself in a time where you're stuck inside. You lack motivation and inspiration from the outside. Like for me, when I'm at home, like I'm at home right now, I'm not at home, I can go and sit along the river, I can go listen to the birds, I can literally go to the park around the corner when it's nice and sunny, green grass, the deep blue skies, no clouds, and just sit there for half an hour and just bathe in my own thoughts. And that's something that we can't really do right now. And I know I can't just blame coronavirus because that's a weak mindset, and that's not what I'm doing. But what I'm trying to say is like I never really realized how much like nature and being outside really does impact my mental health. Like I knew it did because there became a stage in my life where just sitting inside just became way too much for me, like playing games every day. I needed a mental break, I needed an escape, but I never knew how much it actually impacted me until like it was physically taken away from me, because obviously with lockdown restrictions you're very limited to the things you can do and go and see and just people. So it's like you've got to take the most out of everything you can get. So for people out there, this is a matter of kind of finding your own escapism whilst being inside, and that's really a struggle in itself. Like for me, I'm just sitting out here talking in the garden because that's something I needed to do, and it's not a script. This is just me. Like I'm sitting on my hands, just kind of just basically a stream of consciousness, really. And for anyone that's watching this, I hope you're doing well and you're not letting coronavirus and lockdown just get the best of you. And I feel like for me, it's taken a toll on a few things, but I mean, just kind of want to plan out and map out the direction of my life and the way I feel, because there's so much that I want to do, and it's actually really overwhelming because obviously I have the Lifecast podcast, and that's one thing that I really just want to keep building upon and building a community. That's why I need, a sense of community, because right now we're in like a really amazing digital age where you can make you can make something for yourself with not a little, like you can make something out of yourself with like an iPhone and a water bottle like I am. Like there's people that are doing it. I've always wanted to do it, and for me, I don't want to just limit myself to self-development, personal finance, or just stuff like that. I just want to have really broad kind of reach, and I don't know where to start. And obviously I want to implement like gaming into my life maybe a bit more and make content, but that could be probably for the life cost. And additionally, I love cars. I want to make content around it. Like me, when I get my new car, I want to be able to like record videos of me putting mods on or doing just like going out in it, and just it feels like I need 100 channels to be myself. Whereas if I have one channel, it feels like you need to build such a broad audience, and it's kind of like you have to have your like niche, I guess, or you need to have a certain type of content that you're going to make. And I don't know, I find that quite hard because you need to have, I don't know. See, like right now I'm just stumbling on my own thoughts because I just want to do so much, but where do I start? You just have to start. Like that's what I'm doing with this video. I mean, I've made videos on this channel before, and I feel like something just flew around my head. But I've made channels in this video before, and they're all like topic videos on personal finance or self-development, and that's one thing I've always preached, and people always knew about that part of me in school. Like they knew I was not spiritualistic, but you know, like I had very deep roots and like in ethics and codes and just making sure that you're living your life to like the fullest, and you every day you're striving to get to a better place. And it's really hard putting it into perspective, because it takes time, and people just think it's gonna happen overnight, or because that video they put on YouTube didn't make 100,000 views or like a couple £100 on it, it's not gonna mean anything. But it's like a library, and it's gonna be there with you for the rest of your life. And for me, I feel like I want to start also documenting the things that I do, or like if I go to a car meet, I want to record it. I want to record me and my mates' cars. I just want to do things, and I guess with time will tell. And I mean, time is the greatest teller of things, because if you're going to do something and put your mind to it and put hard work and dedication in, the end product will show for itself, and that end product is only going to come through time. And being so young and just wanting to do so many things in life, it's just about me kind of like putting myself out there and proving myself, not to others, but to myself, because I feel like there's some deep rooted like investment I have in myself, where it's like I have to do good, I have to get somewhere, I have to be someone, like that's just my mental problem. Is like I have to make something of myself, because not for like any like reason for money or fame, but it just feels like I'm kind of like almost destined to be there and be someone, and like someone that I wish that I had when I was younger, someone that you can look up to, and someone that you can invest your time with on a YouTube video, or just you can talk to in public, or like for example going to like a car meet and just saying like, oh, you're this guy, and it's like yeah that's me, and then before you know it you're making a new connection, you might make a new partner. And like that's just one thing that is hard to do. And for example, just going back to the content side of things, if you're going to be doing YouTube content about cars, it's very hard if you don't have deep pockets, because you need to be constantly modding your car, or you need to be doing something around cars. You can't just have one car, because you need to have your daily, you need to have a track car, you need to make other forms of content. You also need to go review other people's cars, and like that's one thing I'd love to do, is just go into my mates' cars and we will just review any cars, all cars, and just that's just me. That's just like one thing I would like to do. I should toy with the idea, to be fair, and I need to get the equipment and stuff. Like that's not a problem, but it's just about having the idea and kind of just going for it, because there's so many things that I want to do, and it's just about starting. But I hope there's not many people that are in my position, because I know there is, but I just hope that people don't stay in this position forever, because you can live a life of you can live lives of desperation, and you can be incredibly unhappy. So for people out there, it's just, if anyone's watching this who feels this way, who feels like actually they're just not doing their best, or they're in a slump, it doesn't last forever. It's just a matter of time before you get what you deserve and get what you work for. So I feel like I should kind of just pay a tribute to everyone out there, because there's people that have supported me from the beginning. There's people that I've been friends with since I was like 3 years old, and they've always just given me good feedback, or not even just good feedback, like in terms of positive, good feedback in terms of things that went well, but also things you can improve on, and that's invaluable. So I don't know, it's just, this video is just very spontaneous, but just for me, I kind of need to get things off my chest. And it's hard. Life is hard. Life is a long and hard, enduring thing. We all have to do stuff that we don't like. We all have to suffer. We all have to eat shit. And with each day that goes on, you get one step closer. You get one day closer to that goal. There's no like date on these goals that you have. It's just one of those things. It's a constant progress. It's a constant pursuit of achievement. So without further ado, I feel like I should end this video now and just kind of sit on it and think about where I want to go. But for anyone that did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Leave a comment down below of any of your own thoughts or feelings, or how you're feeling during quarantine and coronavirus. Comment your Instagram. Just hit me off my Instagram as well, because I like talking to people. I'm very like networky, communicative person. So that has been Luke Stoneman, guys, aspiring property investor, co-host of the Lifecast. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. It's just me talking about life and things, just like, it's just life. We gotta keep going. We move on. We go forward every single day.